What are three things, Hassan, that you do to just kind of, stay in the zone, stay ahead of just anybody around you, and just kind of, do it your way? So, what are three ways that you would recommend that you do, and that you would recommend, people kind of try to emulate?
Gotcha. So I'll start with this. And I'm a sports guy. You know that. I grew up playing sports. My dad and my brother played in the NFL, and that's kind of been our thing family wise. My sister was a big sports person too. My mom, she just loved sports just from us being successful, and it kind of made her cool when she had kids that were good at sports. Long story short, when you're doing any type of sport or you're in the gym or you're doing whatever, failure is like probably one of the, or not the most important thing you have to encounter to do anything, to grow, to get better. I know Tom's talking to my buddy yesterday about running 20 and twos back when I played basketball, a good counsel of freshman year. Like when we started, it was terrible, but once time progressed, we started killing it. We're failing a few times. We get better. We get better. We get better. I would say embrace failure and just don't be
Yeah,
afraid to fail. That that's
yeah,
that's really that's if I could say one thing, that's probably the biggest thing.
yeah,
And I would say a
yeah,
lot of people just try not to fail, or they're scared to fail, or they're
yeah.
afraid of, oh man, we got this huge deal. I don't want to take point on it, because if it failed, it's on me. It is what it is. You know
It
what I
is what it
mean?
is.
It is
Right.
what it is. You get better, you learn from it. And I guess this is the next one. You keep moving forward, right?
I wanna comment on that real quickly.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
One, it's very cool to say you're in the NFL. So that I just want to just say that. And but moving on from that, um, failure, just repackaged failure. I was actually talking about this with a client today. Um, that it's not failure; it's just a lesson learned. Like you got to figure out how to do it and how not to do it. So it's almost, you can get the word failure completely out of your vocabulary because you're going to fail. It's not like you're waiting for this big thing. You're going to fail. Extract the lesson and move on. So
And move on.
I just want to kind of and learn from it, and do better the next time. I just want to kind of just repackage that. All right, well, what's number two?
Yeah. Number two, I would just say keep moving forward with that. And that keep moving forward, that happens to be never get stuck or fixated on, I would say, the past failure that you encountered. Because I think sometimes you might go back, you might backtrack and be like, oh man, well, I messed this up before. No, it doesn't matter. Like you take the lesson from the failure that occurred and just keep moving forward no matter what. And I think that takes you really to another level that a lot of people um, tend to not get to, or maybe they stop at a certain moment in time when it comes down to it. So my thing, fail, keep moving forward. And then lastly, and I think that kind of is all in the same burrito, that makes sense, or pizza, is to never be complacent, man. Because
Yeah,
you got to keep growing no matter what. You never stop, because when you stop, you get bored. When you get bored, you typically die. So it's like, how do I deplete this idea of complacency, or deplete this feeling of complacency as much as possible? And I just it kind of falls back to what we were talking about originally. You just got to be intentional about it. You got to
yeah,
find new ways to go outside the box, create new business, new ways to make getting that new business, or doing certain deals, or being creative fun, and really just finding those happy moments within the daunting processes that we all face in the business side, whatever business you're in, and
yeah.
just taking the time to appreciate them from time to time, because
Absolutely.
it's not always going to be the great, happy we close the deal in our case, right? And it's like, all right, we signed up this deal. Those are like the climactic points, or the times of a lot of jubilation. But there's going to be times where you're running through the trenches of this deal, or the trenches of this paper, or trenches of whatever work you're doing, and you just need to kind of fixate on one little small nuance within that process that might keep you going, that might give you a little smile to think back on, or to think of at that moment in time. And I think that's really how I'm able to kind of, I would say, do my best to separate myself from others at the end of the day, and then really just never grow complacent, because there's always something. There's always something to look forward to. And there's always something to do, and there's always a time to get better, whether that be within the business world directly, whether that be mentally, emotionally, physically. It's always time to get better in some capacity. And my thing is, when you start getting better, man, it's just like, all right, well, might be running to the Grim Reaper soon. So just keep getting better, no matter what your age is, and keep rolling.
Yeah.